Music is kind of the one way you can actually time travel.
Wow.
It's kind of...
We just solved
the
mystery of the universe. Time travel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And sometimes we realize we don't want to go to that place anymore.
Oh my gosh, yes. There's those one songs that are just like, oh.
Welcome to AWOLNATION's Totally Committed podcast. I am joined by the lovely and wonderful Elohim.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
It's so nice to finally check out your studio where you've created a lot of your magic.
A lot of magic.
Got to talk to your producer buddies.
Yep.
That was excellent. The Rock Mafia. Shout out to the Rock Mafia.
Shout out Rock Mafia.
They gave me a hard time, but I worked my way in. And without any further ado, let's get into this.
Let's go.
All right. What's your favorite song of all time and why?
Dude. That's a heavy question.
I like how people get mad.
Yes, yeah.
My favorite song of all time. That's so hard.
Looking for Space by John Denver.
And I'm looking for space and to find out who I am.
John Denver takes me to like where I want to be, like the mountains. It takes me to good times. It takes me to like, it just feels good.
Great answer.
Great answer.
Wouldn't be in my top even 5 John Denver songs.
I love that he said it takes him to a place, because I think that is like the most beautiful thing about music and music being magic, is that like you can put on a song, you can taste, you can smell, you can feel like you're in that place. So I think that is hands down the best possible thing about music.
Absolutely. And it's I don't think anyone's really explained it that way yet too, because
Music is kind of the one way you can actually time travel.
that's true too. Wow.
It's kind of...
We just solved
Yes.
the mystery of the universe. Time travel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And sometimes we realize we don't want to go to that place anymore.
Oh my gosh, yes. There's those one songs that are just like, oh no.
Yeah. My name is Jordan Cameron. My favorite song of all time is Let Down by Radiohead. I would say I get the most emotions feeling that song, or listening to that song, and the feelings that come up. It's kind of like brings me back to when I, going through life and these hardships that I've had or anything that I've had. I always listen to that song. Like even meeting my wife, not my wife, but my ladies over here. Listening to that song, I think of her in some ways. I think of my children. I think of going through these things in my life, and it always like makes me feel nostalgic.
Starting with the Radiohead answer, great answer. Anything from OK Computer, I'm down with.
Yeah.
There's only one song I don't love. It's like the rock song. I forget what it's called, but Paranoid Android was definitely in my top 50 songs of all time. Jordan played in the NFL, tight end, made it to the Pro Bowl. Since you were in the NFL and a professional athlete, can you take us through the songs that you listen to get fired up?
You're gonna like this. Well, I listen to a lot of your stuff because I felt like listening to that music, football, before a game, I'm already amped up. Like I wanted to calm down. So I listened to stuff that was familiar to me. Like it was a lot of AWOLNATION, a lot of Arcade Fire. Because they have songs that are like, so like I don't know. You guys have, so it kind of like put me in a place where I was comfortable.
I love that you asked him about what makes him feel good to like essentially go out and perform, because like I think that athletes probably feel similar to like going out on stage.
Except their life is at stake.
I know, they can get like so injured also, which is really scary. But I guess we can too.
Well, yeah, you could. I've been injured.
Yeah.
Certainly.
But I think it's probably like a similar rush of like that, like before going on stage type of thing. And I'm kind of similar to you. I'm very like, I like quiet. I like to be alone, and to kind of just like center myself and calm myself. But if I'm going to listen to something, it's definitely out of the world of like what I do.
Yeah, it feels a little counterintuitive, almost like a double negative to me to listen to something in anywhere in the zone of what I'm about to do. It feels corny.
You just listen to your own music.
Yeah.
My name's Damien. I'd say my favorite song of all time is it's a French song. It's called Les Feuilles Mortes, but it's it's known in English as Autumn Leaves, but I love both versions, but I really love the original French version, especially the recording by Yves Montand. It's probably my favorite.
De bruit et la mer efface sur le sable les pas des amants.
I had a French grandmother who used to sing it all the time, so it just brings back memories. But the lyrics, I think, are the best lyrics ever written. Jacques Prévert wrote them, and yeah, I love it.
Great answer. Nice to have a French song
that's
up in the
cool.
mix. And
I'm excited to listen to it.
yeah, it's wonderful.
There's just something about when people sing in French. It just
It sounds smarter than
romantic and
maybe it
smarter.
even is.
Yeah, I could be saying anything.
My name is Eric Stenman. I play in the Barbarians of California, and we're here to talk about our favorite song and why. Probably been said before here, but it's a bit of an impossible question to answer. It's going to be a different answer at different points in your life. But the song I came to is by Metallica, and it's Unforgiven.
When I felt what I've known, never shine doing what I've shown, never be, never see.
It encapsulates so many moods and sounds and parts. There's a challenge that I feel. I feel a challenge to try to create, not that I'm ever going to create something like that song, but that song is like a masterpiece film where you start with a storyline, but you have to build the visuals, you have to direct the actors. I feel like that, as a piece of music, that song is it's in that world.
I like that. I like that his favorite song set his bar of making music. I think that's really cool.
And it's always fun to watch our friends squirm because they need to explain themselves. I know this isn't the hipster answer, but and that's when it's a great song, is when you don't give a shit and you just go for the Black Album. I think that song's incredible. I love the Black Album. I understand what he's saying, and for anyone young enough to remember what it was like, it was kind of like, oh, Metallica sold out, but it's just really good. That song, Unforgiven and Nothing Else Matters, are like Beatles songs basically, and Let the Hate Rain. I don't care because it's true. It's true.
Vince Bruno, Eric B. and Rakim, Paid in Full.
Pump up the volume, pump up the volume. Pump that bass.
Makes me feel young, makes me feel alive.
You make me feel so good.
Takes me back to being in a place where you didn't know what was going to happen in the future.
The music just turns me on.
Thinking of a master plan.
It just reminds me of breakdancing in the 80s, the good days, and my brother.
Ain't nothing but sweat inside my hands, so I dig into my pocket, all my money spent, so I get deeper.
That's beautiful.
Excellent answer. I of course remember stealing his vinyl to listen to that song, and it's a great sample. I put that in my top 3 favorite rappers of all time, and I would put that certainly in my top 50 songs of all time. You would know it if you heard it, if you're drawing the blank. It's just an excellent. Yeah.
But
Paid in Full. They use the sample millions of different times. But and what's interesting about that song is there's no chorus. I'll send it to you. You gotta listen to it, and it's pretty short. In the beginning, there's just like hype for the beat starts. And you're like, this beat's amazing, and there's just hype, and they're talking shit for the first like minute and a half of the song, and then he starts his verse, and then it ends.
that's so cool.
It's really cool.
I also just love the sparkle I can see in your brother's eye when he talks about it, and it makes him feel alive and young and happy, and like reminds good memories. Also, you guys being kids together, there's something about like my older brother like stealing his like records or CDs, whatever, and trying to be cool, and I always just wanted him to think I was cool, so I would try to like figure out what he's listening to, and then I would listen to it and like put it loud so he'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
You're cool. He never thought I was cool, so I'm still trying to.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Maybe one day he'll let you know.
I know.
That maybe he's just pushing you
To be the coolest.
to be the coolest.
Yeah.
Shout out to older brothers. You're very influential to all of us.
Very
younger
influential.
brothers. You know?
Younger sister. Brother. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for watching AWOLNATION and Elohim's Totally Committed episode.
Thank you for having me.
Coming to a theater near you.
Sid.
Directed by Scorsese.
I mean, Josh.
Scorsese and Kubrick. Godfather 3.
Aaron Bruno.
Run.